Hey everybody, it's Tom Bullington with Coldwell Banker Realty. Hope you're doing great. Just wanted to check in. We haven't talked in a while, and I wanted to give you kind of an update on where things are at with the market and where things are at with interest rates and all that good stuff. So first of all, really good news is I sold a house here in Hastings, 1217 Park Lane. Sold that in about 3.5 days. So it's the market is definitely turning around. The mood out there is very positive as far as people putting their homes on the market. Of course, this is the traditional selling season, so to speak. I tend not to like labels like that, but it does tend to be a time where most people are looking at they're considering whether or not they're going to be listing their home, and you're seeing a lot, at least in the local area here, you're seeing a lot of people making the move and putting their homes on the market, which is great because the inventory has been so damn low lately. Just to see people thinking about it, talking about it. So that's really good. That's really good for Hastings. It's good for the local area as well. I have another listing coming pretty soon in Apple Valley, another one here in Hastings. So things are happening, which is great. The elephant in the middle of the room here is interest rates. And so right now, according to just kind of the latest and greatest information online, interest rates average for a 30-year fixed conventional loan are about 3.2, 7.2, 7.3 percent interest here in May of 2024, first week of May 2024. Quickly becoming the second week of May, if you can believe that. Time just flies. You get older, kids, the faster it goes. Let me tell you, it really does fly. So we're in May already. But interest rates are that's 7.2, 7.3. Now, what does that mean? It means that a lot of people who are in a home and they have a really good, favorable interest rate right now, they are staying put. They're not going to move. If they don't have to move, they're not going to move, right? If you do have to move, or if you're thinking about it and you're like, we're empty nesters, or we are an expanding family, maybe you have one child and soon you're going to have three, or you're adopting, or you're going to have babies, or whatever it is, and you simply need more space, need another bathroom, need another bedroom, it's always kind of the time to move. So that's the thing. This time of year is popular because you can move right as the school year ends, probably in June. If you bought a house today and the offer was accepted, it would probably be June before you would close. And then you're into late August or September for the first of the school year. So that's kind of where that is. So that's why a lot of people tend to move at this time of year. That's where they call it the selling season. I don't know. I've had really good November, Januaries, Decembers. I've had a lot of luck in those seasons as well. So around Christmas, I've had people close on Christmas Eve, on New Year's Eve, first week of January. I've had a lot of business happen in January. People get through the first of the year, and then they say either a lot of people get divorced right after the holidays. So right in January, February, people say, okay, I've had enough, Al. I'm going to kick you to the curb and divorce you. A lot of homes, if it's in the statistics, but there's a lot of divorces in January, February. So a lot of home sales. I've always found that to be the case. So I've been doing this 7 years. So interest rates are one of those things. If you sell and you don't have to move somewhere, if you're just going to rent, or if you're going to move out of state and you're just going to rent when you move out of state, or you are empty nesters and maybe you just want to rent, or you want van life, or you're going to go RV the Southwest or whatever it is, and you don't need to buy something else, not a bad time. Not a bad time to sell. The property values are still up. They are hyperinflated right now. So you can get a good pocket, a good revenue, profit off of your home sale. Now, likewise though, if you are buying, you're going to have higher interest rates, and you are going to have maybe a little bit more to choose from now, but the prices are going to be higher. And the only good thing about more inventory, though, is there's more competition, and more competition tends to do what? It tends to drive the prices down, right? Okay, supply and demand. So you might be, as a buyer, even though the interest rates kind of suck, you might be in a better position now to buy something because there's more inventory in the market. So just things to think about. Kind of a rule of that I have is, if you have to sell your house, if you have to buy something, if you have to move, figure it out. You can shop the house, and in 2-3 years, maybe you can refinance, or you can do an ARM, adjustable rate mortgage, or if you have veteran status, you can get a VA loan for 0% down, or an FHA for 3.5% down. There are things that you can do. You can also, if you have extra cash, you can buy down your interest rate. Talk to your lender about this. Of course, I have a few that I could recommend to you. So if you're baffled on who to use as a lender, I have about 2 or 3 really good ones that I use on a regular basis, or that I recommend on a regular basis, who are just solid, great lenders who are professionals and will work weekends for you. I had one lender who was a big snowmobiler, and my God, the guy was out snowmobiling on a Sunday, and he stopped between stops of his snowmobile trip at a bar somewhere and did the deal. Like, called the client, worked it out. I got what I needed. He did a loan approval letter for my clients while he was out snowmobiling. So people like that, there's great lenders out there. So that's just one example. But there's great lenders who that's how they get paid. So that's what they do. Anyway, so that's kind of the story right now. The inventory is getting a little bit better. Still, it's a little bit low traditionally. Interest rates are still uncomfortably high, but we're starting to see, it's not above 8 any longer, like it was part of last year. But we're starting to see a little bit of, it's kind of leveling off in the low 7s right now. What's going to happen with the federal government, what's going to happen with the election, all that nonsense, that's out of your control. So that's why I'm saying is, like, if you need to buy something, if you need to sell, go ahead and do it. And then if you're buying something, wait a couple years, maybe refinance, figure out something. If you get a big lump sum of cash at some point, maybe buy down your interest rate before you purchase. There's lots of options. There are also, for first-time home buyers and people that don't make as much money as some other people, which is, I think, the majority of the nation right now. People are feeling it, right, in the economy. There are all sorts of, especially in Minnesota. Minnesota is a great state for helping people buy a home. The government wants you to buy a home. There is the MHFA, Minnesota Homeowner Financing Association. They will help you. There is a program called, as you know, Habitat for Humanity, which if you take some classes and you do some things like this, and you can get lower interest rates through Habitat for Humanity. It's not always just, hey, we're going to go fix up a house for people or whatever. I've had a client, we had a single mom who was not making enough money, or as much money, who was kind of screwed by her divorce, to be perfectly honest. And she applied for Habitat for Humanity. She did great. She really did well on her financing on a great house. It wasn't like a fixer-upper or anything. It was a really nice house. You can just go and buy anything that's on the market, but you have a Habitat loan. So there's programs like that. So do not hesitate. And even if you're not a first-time home buyer, if you've been in your home a certain number of years, you can qualify for first-time home buyer loans. It's amazing. So I just learned that here this last couple months. So there's always things changing, but bottom line is it's better to own than to rent financially for you. In any day of the week, it's better to own than to rent. So, so give me a call if you like these videos, if you like Hastings happenings, kind of what's going on in our community. I try to keep up on things on Hastings happenings. I'm a realtor. I love Hastings. Yeah, I'm also licensed in Minnesota and Wisconsin, across the river in Prescott, and etc. So if you are looking to buy or sell, if you know someone who's thinking about it, even if it's not this year, just give me a jingle, 651-402-6356. I'll be here, like I always say to my clients, prospective clients, I'm here when you're ready. No pressure. I'm not one of these hard drive-in salespeople that's, flashy guy. I'm just an average, somewhat middle-aged guy who loves real estate and loves to help people find homes. And this is what I do. So give me a call, 651-402-6356. You can text me, you can email me, tom.bullington@cbrealty.com, website, tombullingtonhomes.com. And I've been told I'm relatively easy to work with. I'm a nice guy, maybe too nice sometimes, but I can get your house sold. Just sold one here in Hastings, 1217 Park Lane in 4 days. My last clients, we went down in New Trier. They bought a brand new house, first-time home buyer, for $350. We got it on like the second day it was on the market, with 4 offers on it, and I was able to negotiate the deal and get them the house. So I've done over 100 transactions. I've been doing this for 7 years. I was in corporate communications and marketing before that, so I know a little bit about communications, how to sell your home, how to do all that kind of stuff. I'm skilled with videos, advertising, stuff like that. So I think you get the whole sandwich and a bag of chips if you hire me. So anyway, Tom Bullington, Coldwell Banker Realty, 651-402-6356. Have an outstanding day. It's beautiful right now. It's 72 degrees. It is, as they say, a Chamber of Commerce day here in Hastings. So hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.